Sweet the whispers in your ear whenever ember wanders near.
We just covered an article that was trying to allege misconduct against police officers for social media posts. That was bullshit. How about we look at a story of someone that actually does do research and actually showcases real police misconduct from a police department that we have been keeping an eye on. Let's take a look at this one. By the way, Sage Monkey, thank you for the tier 1. And Bole, thank you for the sub over on Kick as well. So this one is no warrant, no consent, American Fork Police break in and attack. So let's take a look.
Get out of my house! Out! Out!
Get out of the house, please.
Out!
We're on your guys' side, definitely, okay?
Get out!
You want to talk about
Get out!
Why are you smiling? This literally is not funny.
I'm not smiling, I'm just...
Why are you in the house?
I would like you to get out of the
Get
house.
out!
Go.
I know there's been a few times where she's called that we haven't even responded.
Get out of the house! Get out!
I'm not turning my back on you.
You don't have to turn your back on me. Just get out!
Welcome back to
Damn!
the Lackluster channel. In June of 2016, Chris and his wife Janine moved into a new home in Cedar Hills, Utah. Soon after, a conflict with the neighbors began. Their dispute centered around a backyard property boundary. The neighbors sued Chris after he removed several trees, believing them to be on their own property. But a survey is alleged to show that the neighbors had been using land that did not belong to them, and that the trees had been planted on Chris's property. The lawsuit settled out of court in early 2020, and by that summer, shortly after settling, the neighbors appeared at the American Fork Police Department to file a complaint.
So these are all our trees.
Wait. I'm sorry, did I miss something? Did they not say that they were in Cedar Hills, Utah? This is the lawsuit we covered in my report? Is it? This is the same. Are we sure? Like, did they just say they were in Cedar Hills? So why are they going to American Fork? This isn't making a lot of sense to me. The AFPD are the responding police for that town? Oh, okay, so the American Fork Police cover Cedar Hills. Okay. We covered this one? I don't remember this one. Maybe I'll remember it as we go on.
Trees back in through here, and they'll come down, and this is a shed, but we have a little rock path that goes up this way. And this is where they throw the majority of their dog poop, is right on that rock path, so we can see it. Now, because they're elevated, I mean, that rock wall is probably at times 10 to 12 feet high. And we're down here, and our cameras are down here, so they can, they can throw
Okay,
it
it's
without
background
our cameras seeing,
context,
because
okay.
They can just go further back on their property. Gotcha.
The neighbors had a picture of an adult diaper that they believed Chris's family had thrown over the fence, but they had been unable to catch them in the act on video.
Interesting, okay.
So it's hard to catch them actually in the act of actually doing anything, because of they come down, they look where our cameras are at, and they particularly avoid them. So
What I was doing is there was an adult diaper on our grass, and so
When you say adult diaper, you're talking
I'll show you a
It
picture of it.
depends, like a Depends diaper.
It looked like a
Yeah.
Depends diaper. I don't know. I have a photo of it right here.
All right, so I guess this is just
From this photo.
initial information.
This is the
Because
second
I don't
one.
remember, this
The
isn't
neighbor
sparking a
then
memory.
plays several videos for the detective that show Chris's wife in her own backyard. The detective determines that the video doesn't prove criminal activity.
I definitely looking at it as a harassment type thing. If she is back there spitting at you, throwing rocks at you, which could potentially become an assault, right? If she were to hit you with it, then yeah, I mean that's definitely a criminal
She's
action
tried
to be taken.
throw buckets of water at me. I have video of her doing that. Like just weird, crazy things.
Where I'm at in reality right now, and I think I talked to you a little bit about it, is proving, I shouldn't even say the intent, and more just proving that they're the one ones throwing dog poop. They're the ones throwing the diapers. That they're the ones doing all that. I mean, we can prove that she's in the trees. I mean, if anyone knows what she looks like and you see the video, then we can prove that she's in the trees. It's just the more of the proving that they're the ones putting the stuff.
I'm sorry, adult diaper. How shitty of a neighbor do you have to be to throw that at someone? Nice! Nice one!
There. Unfortunately, and you may not like to hear it, what I'm looking at is more of maybe she's breaking the court docs that you guys have signed with them. Maybe she's breaking more of that. Right now, I'm not seeing anything criminally that she's doing.
Yeah, I don't think this is the same case, because the last case we had was two neighbors, like a block or like a street or two away, that had the same number address, and that was the problem. I don't think this is the same one. I think this is something entirely different, because we actually watched the video of that one with the two neighbors. I don't think we covered this in the report. At least it doesn't feel like it. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see as it goes on.
That I can pursue charges on.
Okay.
Once you see it and hear it all, I mean, I don't see how you couldn't charge her for disorderly conduct. I mean, that conduct is just insane.
I mean, and I can go through code after code and try to find something.
Okay, already I'm seeing a fallacy with what this police officer is doing, with what this detective is doing. These people are trying to be mollified in some way. Okay, most people that go to the police with a complaint about a neighbor or something like that, they're looking for the police to do something. Maybe not even necessarily an arrest or a citation. What this detective could have said to perhaps mollify them after they've done this is he could have said, okay, I'm not seeing any that would substantiate a violation of the law that would either be arrest or citation worthy. However, what I can do is I can go and speak with them and speak with them about this to get them to stop doing what they're doing. And then the detective could go to those people's houses and say, listen, we've received a call about you doing X, Y, or Z. The people might deny it, and then the detective go, okay, understand that it is, because at this point it is like a he said, she said, or he said, or she said kind of situation. But he can at least make the effort to go talk to the other party and say, listen, we're hearing about, we've received a report about this. We just want everybody to get along. If they deny, it's like, okay, if you're not doing that's fine. Continue not to do it. Or if they come up with some excuse of, oh, well, we did this, then the detective could say, look, it's doing something like this could be a violation of the law. We're not here to basically hem everyone up. We're not here to make anybody's life a problem or anything like that. We want to come to a peaceable solution, and could you please just stop doing this? Even doing something as simple as that, saying, we will go talk to them, and literally go to the other party and just talk to them and say, listen, we want to resolve this peaceably. We don't want to go the route of having to do citations or anything like that. Can you please just stop? That way, not only have you mollified the complaining party, you've done your due diligence, you can have a report saying that you went to go talk to these people and advise them that if this continues, there could be citations or arrests, and then you have paperwork to back you up, and the case is settled. And if the offending parties continue to do it, well, now you have a paper trail and say, okay, they were already warned about this. It's happened again. Now we can take to the next step. But this cop, so far, he's not even doing the bare minimum of telling these people, okay, we'll go and speak with them. That's one thing I've noticed with American Fork PD is they never say, we will go and speak to them, or in the case of the other one, actually go and speak face to face with the complainant. It seems like the American Fork PD cannot even be asked to do the most basic due diligence or do the most basic function of policing.
That's what I'm paid for. It's my job, and so I definitely will. Just from what I've seen so through code after code and try to find something, that's what I'm paid for. It's my job, and so I definitely will. just from what I've seen so far, it like I said, it's more looking on the civil
Their
side
neighbor
of.
must have a real fecal disposition towards them.
Charlie, I be serious there. Stop it. No, but again, we're seeing a repetitive pattern. Are you noticing the repetitive pattern? He has only talked with the complainant. He is automatically assuming that the complainant is being truthful and that they are being accurate in all of their descriptions. He is not even bothering to say, let me go talk to the other party. He is immediately jumped to, we could go through all of the statutes to find one that fits, and I'm willing to do that. That's a failure of policing, that he is just basically taking them at their word and not doing any further investigation whatsoever. And this is a detective, as I understand it. From what I understand, they're speaking to a detective, and he's telling them this. This is some of the worst policing I've seen, where they're just like, oh, you said this happened? Okay, I believe you. No questions asked. I'm not going to bother going to get the other side of a dispute.
So she's breaking this court off.
I could go back there. She throws a rock and doesn't hit me. I can throw a rock back as long as I don't hit her.
I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say yes or no, because two wrongs don't make it right.
Well, I'm just trying to understand, like, if she's not going to be
That's more of
that type of behavior.
Harassment, right? She's harassing you. And if I remember correctly,
You see, if this detective had said before this point, okay, I've got all your information, I will go and speak with her, he would have never asked that question. Because that's the exact kind of question as a police officer you don't want a complaining party to ask. Oh, well, she throws a rock at me and misses. I can throw a rock back at her so it misses, right? That's exactly the kind of line of thought that you as a police officer don't want someone to have. And you know how that could have been alleviated? By him saying, I will go talk to them. That would have mollified them, that they wouldn't have gone down that road. Because now it's in this guy's head that I'm going to be retaliatory. That the police, it's already in his head that the police are not going to do anything, so I'm immediately going to jump to retaliatory action, which is exactly what you don't want to happen. This is an absolute failure on the of policing.
reading in your thing, it says you will not harass the other person.
Correct.
In reality, if you're wanting something done, this might be going back to court for that right there. You both agreed upon it. To me, I remember seeing something about videoing the other person. How do I know if the judge is okay in your thing? I was not in your guys' court on that. How do I know the judge is okay with you guys having video cameras pointing towards them, or them having them pointing towards you? Right? I can't 100% say what the judge did or did not want in that courtroom.
Does this cop just not want to do his job? Seriously, is this cop in his position because he just likes the power trip but doesn't actually want to do his job of law enforcement and just wants to roll around and be a bully to people he doesn't like? Because honestly, that's what this is feeling like right now. Every word that came out of this cop's mouth sounded like, I don't actually want to do my job. Like, I don't even want to do the bare minimum of serve and protect and go and do your job and go talk to the other party. Because guess what? That's what cops do. When there's a complaint, cops don't only speak to one party. Cops speak to both parties to get the clear picture, because the assumption is you can't trust that what one party is saying is 100% truthful or 100% correct. That is where you basically do the, what's the word I'm looking for? Non-discriminatory policing that we were referring to in that article. Non-discriminatory policing is when you receive a complaint from someone, you go, okay, take that information in, let me go talk to the other party to get a clearer overall picture. Because there have been plenty of times where a complaining party flat out fucking lies about something, and when the police officer goes to talk to the other party, they discover, oh, they've been lying their asses off because this other half is telling a different story, and they have proof and evidence to back up what they're saying. That's why police officers talk to both parties, especially in complaints like these.
The neighbors provide their footage to the detective, who again stresses that he needs evidence or a confession.
There's always two sides to a story, and so they're saying one thing, we need to get the second side of things. Unfortunately, it seems ridiculous, but like I said, with us, we have to go to evidence. I have to have evidence or a confession.
There's a ton more to go.
So, at what point did he say, I'm gonna go talk to the other half? He literally just said there's two sides to every story, yet I'm hearing nothing coming from this detective saying, I'll go talk, let me go get their side.
But before we continue, I want to show you how much I earned by simply playing around on my phone. Free Cash is a free app where you can make real money for doing the things you already do, like playing mobile games, answering surveys, and trying out different apps. It's easy to use, and they've got over 5,000 offers, from games to surveys and all kinds of other stuff. And unlike other platforms, Free Cash allows withdrawals starting at just $25 through PayPal, Bitcoin, Amazon gift cards, and more. Plus, the $25 threshold is only required for the first withdrawal. After choosing an offer, reach the goal they give you, and Free Cash tracks
Yes, I'm aware it
everything
is. I wasn't going to
automatically.
say anything,
I
though.
picked Monopoly, and it only took a few minutes to finish my first challenge.
Like,
After
just remember,
completing
if
it,
it's
I kept
free, you
earning
are the
for making
product.
progress
Just remember that.
in-game. Plus, you get cashback and reward multipliers if you make any in-app purchases through Free Cash. It's bonus money for doing what you already do. Here's what I made today while sitting on the couch, and my earnings were credited instantly. Sign up using the QR code on screen, or by clicking the link in the description, and you'll earn a $10 bonus after completing your first offer. If you've ever got downtime, waiting in the car, or standing in line, why not
Yes,
make
Gramps,
a few
you're
bucks?
a very pretty
Give
product.
Free Cash a shot and see how much you can earn. And now, back to our story. We're just a few months after meeting with a detective. The neighbors call the American Fork police after an alleged water incident.
As part of our cleanup efforts, I was just out blowing leaves on our front, just off down our stairs, came in our back patio, and then just came up our path back to our shed that's up on top.
Okay.
Blowing leaves off, and then all of a sudden, I get sprayed.
Okay.
I look up, and there's just this stream of water coming, and just totally right on top of me.
Okay.
So I move out of the way, and I said, "Can you please stop? You know, I know it's you, Janine. I see you behind the bushes. Stop spraying with water." And she just follows me around and sprays me with water.
Okay.
And
Okay.
my wife. So
Okay.
He was a witness to it. She was a witness. I have a video.
Okay. Sounds good. And then you actually seen it was Janine? too?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Sounds good.
The videos are suggestive but inconclusive as to whether Janine intentionally sprayed the neighbors with water or not. But after obtaining the neighbors' verbal statements and video footage, the American Fork police filed charges against Janine without speaking to her or Chris to gather any evidence they had.
Oh my God. This is now a pattern. This is now a pattern. Yes, technically it could be, technically battery. It would be a stretch to call it battery. It would probably be more likely to be disorderly. You'd have a better chance of locking in disorderly conduct if this was legit. But again, we're seeing a pattern. He's talking, the police departments, they talk to the complainants, they do not talk to the other party, and they just make assumptions strictly based upon speaking to a complaining party. Yeah, these are cops that don't want to do their jobs. Every case that we've seen thus far, the cops do not want to do their jobs. They get a complainant, they talk to a complainant, they make their decision based upon what one half of an incident says, and they go, okay, cool, we're going to file charges. We're seeing it now. We saw it in the last video that did it. These guys are completely corrupt and are a poster child. This is actual police misconduct. Okay? This is legitimately police misconduct. It's disgusting. They give a bad name to literally law enforcement throughout the entire country.
Or even their statements. This is especially egregious, as before Officer Norden leaves the neighbor's home, he tells them that the American Fork police are on their side, and brags about intentionally ignoring calls for service at Chris's home.
We like you guys. Like, you guys are great. Like,
Yeah.
you have better things to do than to be here.
Exactly. I think now it's pretty well known in the department. We've had briefings on it and stuff, so I mean, we're on your guys' side, definitely, okay? So I hope stuff like that doesn't really happen. I know there's been a few times where she's called that we haven't even responded.
No, That's a civil rights violation. I think. No, sorry, that wouldn't be a civil rights violation, but that's a massive fucking civil suit. The fact that this officer admitted on camera that they have called for police assistance and the police have ignored her, that is a huge fucking civil rights I keep defaulting on, sorry, a huge civil case. Because I'm pretty sure that is a direct violation of their department's mandate. I'm almost positive that is a violation of basically their code of conduct for the police department. Oh, whomever this other party is, they have a slam dunk case. They have absolutely a slam dunk case against this police department for blatant misconduct and favoritism. Like, this is disgusting. This whole police department needs to be taken down. This entire police department, and possibly even the city council itself, like, are all fucking corrupt. Like, every fucking one of them. Like, how much has this guy donated to the police department? How much has this guy donated to the city? That they're just like, yeah, we totally believe you. We're on your sides. We're not even going to respond to their complaints. Oh, this is fucking bad. This officer is a disgrace to the badge. He shouldn't wear the badge. He should be stripped of his badge. And like, the other party should sue the fuck out of him. Sue him, sue the police department into fucking oblivion.
Because it's like, I got one call one time where I forget what it was. It was something stupid like that. But it's something even stupider than that. Yeah. And like, we just didn't even give her the time of day.
Law.
That's misconduct. That's blatant police. So this officer is admitting to overt police misconduct, violation of police department's code of conduct. There's. I'm trying to think of what it is, but it's like, they could like this other person could just sue the fuck out of them and win.
Enforcement generally have discretion on how to prioritize calls, but they do not have lawful discretion to deny police protection for retaliatory, discrimination, or intentionally arbitrary reasons. And after making that statement, the officers again submit charges for Janine, and again, the district attorney later confirmed that she had violated no laws, and all charges were dropped.
Why has this department not been sued into oblivion? Like, seriously, the DOJ, fuck the state at this point. The DOJ needs to come down on this police department like the hammer of fucking Thor. This whole department is just blatantly fucking corrupt. It needs to be shut down. Like, why isn't the district, if the district attorney is saying, yeah, there were no charges, there were no violations of charges, why isn't the district attorney, who apparently at least seems like that this district attorney knows what he or she is doing by saying, yeah, they didn't violate any laws, we're dropping this. Why isn't the DA going after this police department? Because this is not like a one-time thing. This is absolutely not a one-time thing. I'm guessing the district attorney has probably seen this bullshit from American Fork time and time again. So why hasn't an investigation been opened up? Why hasn't RICO charges been, why haven't they looked at levying RICO charges against the American Fork Police Department? Because I guarantee you that there's donations at play here that is causing the American Fork PD to basically be all good with some of their citizens and basically saying fuck you to other citizens. Like, where is the investigation? Federal law enforcement needs to come down on this entire city. It needs to swarm on them like a bunch of locusts.
6 months go by, and on April 22nd of 2021, the neighbors called the police again, this time claiming that Janine had been throwing rocks.
Okay.
You need to stop throwing rocks.
I mean, you heard the rock.
Hey, Ed, call the police. This woman is throwing rocks at me. Hurry.
Officer Waite.
Okay, and again, I will remind you that the American Fork Police Department have not spoken to this woman once. We didn't see the rock, but you could hear it. You could hear the ping of the rock hitting off a glass or something. You could hear the rock. But here's the thing. Why haven't the police actually spoken to this woman? Maybe they might discover that this woman is not mentally well. Maybe this woman has dementia, and that could potentially explain everything. Maybe there's another reason why this woman is behaving the way she is. But they have yet to even speak to her. They have yet to even, like, could it be staged? Doubtful. I mean, yes, it's possible it could be staged, certainly. But the overriding factor here is not once, with all of these complaints, that the police have not spoken to this other woman even one time. Not once had they even spoken to this woman. Why? Because it would destroy their narrative. Exactly. Because it is two-tier policing. The American Fork Police Department believes in two-tier policing.
Of the American Fork Police responds, and while meeting with the neighbor, he is given several videos.
I'll go talk to the detectives and see if there's anything we can side her with. Go get her side of the story, of course. I've got to always interview both parties.
Yeah, that's new. Since when do you do that? You haven't done that yet. There's been no interview with the other neighbor as of yet. This is literally the first fucking time we've heard about an interview with the other neighbor. And saying Officer Waite requests no additional footage from the Thorpes or Sanchez and makes no attempt to communicate with the Thorpes or properly investigate these allegations. So nobody talked to him. So again, nobody talked to him.
But if I can hit her with disorderly, I'll hit her with disorderly.
Okay.
So we'll see what we can do and why she's doing this stuff. But I know we've had multiple sit downs with her. And
what? By all accounts, you've ignored this woman. You flat out said that you've refused to respond to calls for this woman. When have you had a sit down with her? Are you just saying this just to say it, just so it'll be recorded by the body cam?
And kind of trying to figure out what's going on. And it's been a difficult time. So we're here with you. We'll try to figure out what's going on and see if we can come to an agreement with her.
Thank you so much.
But
I really appreciate it. I know it's difficult.
okay, I'll try to keep you posted as much as I can. Once it goes to the detectives, I'm kind of left out of the loop.
Okay.
But I will definitely talk to them today.
Why would this go to the detectives? That in and of itself is suspicious. The fact that a disorderly complaint is going to detectives, why? You as a patrol officer are fully capable of investigating a disorderly conduct complaint. You speak with the complainant, then you go and speak with the other party that's involved. And if you determine through your investigation, which does not require going to a detective, you as the patrol officer can basically cite for disorderly conduct. Why is a little piddly-ass thing like this going to go to a detective?
And see if I can figure anything out.
The very next day, on April 23rd, 2021, American Fork police officer Blackburn was dispatched to the neighbor's home for yet another rock-throwing complaint.
Hello.
Hi.
How can I help you?
Okay, so first you gotta fill me in on what happened yesterday when I called Officer Waite.
He's not on my crew, so I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Because, I don't know, I'm assuming they went over to our neighbors.
Yeah, I don't know.
Assume. So there you go. She assumed he went over there, but he never did. So he lied. He lied and said, yeah, I'll go talk to her. And he never did. What the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing right now?
I haven't looked into it, so I can look and let you know.
Can you find out? Because it's
Yeah.
really important to me.
For sure.
Can you find out right now?
So what about today, though?
Today? Okay, today. Let me show you the video.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Why is she closing the door?
I
She
was
let
in
him
my
in
yard.
before.
This is normal, like I like to be in my yard, pruning my rose bushes.
Sure.
Okay, why are you smiling? This literally is not funny.
I'm not smiling. I'm just here to help you. I don't.
Okay.
Oh, God, the Karen's coming out. The Karen's coming out. Why are you smiling? This is serious. Why are you smiling at me? Yeah, there's something else going on here because, yeah, she was smiling her ass off when she opened the door. Why would the officer not smile in response if she's smiling? And now all of a sudden she's like, why are you smiling? Yeah, bitch be crazy. Bitches be crazy, chat. Learn this lesson. Bitch be crazy. Don't trust the bitches. Don't trust the bitches. We be crazy. We can just go, at the drop of a hat, we can just go nuts. We can just go absolutely crazy. I'm kind of wondering, though, why all of a sudden is she out of the house and closing the door behind her when the previous day she had no problem letting the officer into her house. So why is she now outside of the house?
Okay, it's not funny.
Okay.
So I'm pruning my rose bushes. I hear things start to land by me, rocks. So I say, you need to stop throwing rocks at me. I can't see who's throwing them, but I can hear them land. You need to stop throwing rocks at me. So I walk towards it. I don't have my phone, but I have security cameras, hoping to trigger my cameras. I still can't see anybody. They're hitting, there's a metal fence. They're hitting really loud against the fence as I'm walking by.
Officer Blackburn appears to be the same officer who is currently incarcerated for causing injury to a child. He speaks to the neighbor and leaves. It's alleged that afterwards, no officer saw Chris or his family's videos, or asked for their explanation. Despite failing to gather information from both parties, at around 9 p.m. that night, Officer Blackburn and Officer Craig arrive at Chris's home with a citation in hand for his wife.
They always seem to do this at night, don't they? They love pulling this bullshit at night all the time, don't they?
It's bright. It's a good light.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello. I'm Officer Blackburn at the American Fork. Is Janine home by chance?
She is.
Okay, could I have a word with her?
Why?
Or just both of you guys, if that's okay?
Sure, why?
It's not regarding you, it's about her. We can't talk to you unless she gives us consent.
Okay.
So the one officer just said, yeah, we can talk to both of you. Now the other officer's going, no, we can't talk to you about it. That's bullshit. He absolutely can be present when they talk to her. So that's a fucking lie. That's absolutely fucking lie right there.
You don't need to talk to her either.
Based. Wise decision.
Foreshadowing
Here we go
that Chris
again.
would likely attempt to close the door. Officer Craig appears to place his foot near the threshold to prevent it from being shut.
Miss Murder, we just need to talk to her real quick.
Are we under arrest?
She is.
Why?
We can't tell you that. It's not
I'm her
about
husband.
you. I understand that, but it's about her, not about you.
She's under arrest.
She is. So we need to talk to her. She's not going to jail, but she is under arrest.
Is she going to be read her Miranda rights?
She will, if we have questions for her.
That is probably the singular correct thing I've heard come out of their mouth so far. That right there, what that officer just said, is the one thing out of all the American Fork police footage we've seen that is correct, because you don't need to read you don't need to read someone their Miranda rights if you're not going to be questioning them. That actually is correct. And I've mentioned this to you guys before, that even when someone is arrested, like for whatever, you don't, like, many police officers may not necessarily read someone their Miranda rights. Say they get arrested for driving while suspended, and they get put in cuffs and they're taken back to the station for processing. A police officer may not read someone their Miranda rights because they have no questions for that, other than, like, your name, date of birth, like pertinent information for booking processes. They will not ask them questions in regards to any criminal offense that they have affected. So if all they're doing is issuing a citation, they don't necessarily need to read the Miranda rights. That actually is correct. Now, the second they start asking her something about the incident that they are issuing the citation for, if they ask any single question about the incident of which they are issuing the citation, then Miranda would be required.
1 second.
Don't shut the door.
As Chris attempts to close his door,
He
Officer
absolutely
Craig
can.
places his foot over the threshold.
That's
I'm
when you
allowed to
slam
shut
it.
my door.
No,
Yeah, I actually am.
no,
You're allowed to move your foot.
no.
Yes, you are allowed to move your
No.
foot.
Now we're getting into Fourth Amendment
the citation
violations.
is for assault, and I'm not letting you go in there to
Assault?
grab weapons. Yes. So she can come out
Wait, assault? Did I get it?
assault, and I'm not letting you go.
I thought the citation was for disorderly conduct, not assault. Hold up. If she was getting arrested for assault, she absolutely would be going to the station. Assault is not something that you issue a citation for. That is full criminal processing with fingerprints. So, he's lying. So he's flat out fucking lying right now.
In there to
Assault?
grab weapons. Yes. So she can come out here, and we can talk about it, or we can go in and get her.
I'll
With
be right
you-
back.
Okay.
Now you slam the door.
Janine appears at the door about 10 seconds later.
Here's Janine Thorpe. Perfect.
All right, Janine, if you can just come out and talk to us.
No.
Or just open the door.
She will be right here.
Yeah, she can come right here.
No, he told me to stand right
We
where
are
I'm standing.
told not to say a single word to you. We will
That's
listen.
fine.
We
But
will
let's-
listen to you,
Just allow me to talk then.
but we will not be saying a single word.
That's fine. That's great. So Janine, you're going to be cited for assault with an attempt to do bodily injury. Okay, disorderly conduct after being asked to cease. This has been, an ongoing issue for a long time. You've been asked to stop. And so you,
Stop at what?
No.
so you were caught on video throwing rocks down at your neighbor. That is an assault with an attempt to do bodily injury.
Hey, first
Okay.
of all, I haven't been home.
So you can sign this,
When?
or you don't have to.
How long ago was
No,
this?
you said you don't want to talk, so we're not going to talk. You can sign it.
Okay, thank you. We'll talk to you later.
No, you
We
sign
do not
it.
have
It's a
to sign
charge.
it.
It's
We
an
do not
extra
have to
charge.
sign it. We do not.
There we go. Fourth violation of civil rights. Right there. They have no warrant. They have no warrant to enter the property. You're fucking done. They both should be locked up in prison. Goodbye. They just did a blatant violation of the Fourth Amendment right there.
We do not have to sign anything. Get your hands off of her! Get your hands off of her!
Let go. Let go.
Janine, just calm down.
I am. Let go of me. This is my home. Get out of here. No.
Walk out slow.
Dear God, why would anyone want to live in this town? Unless, of course, you were rich and you could pay off the police department. Yeah, if this man had a gun, he'd have every right to shoot both of them right now. They are home invaders at this point. They have no warrant to enter the home. They just illegally entered the home. So they have violated the Fourth Amendment rights. They're battering this woman, so both of them could be charged for battery. Both of them can be charged for unlawful detention. Like, there's a litany of criminal charges that both of these officers could be led up. Both of them should be thrown in the box. Fucking get them off the street. Throw them in the box.
Whoa! Stop pulling me!
Whoa, Janine!
Get this out of my face!
Janine!
I will!
Janine!
Let's go.
Janine!
I will! I will, but he needs to stop pulling my arm!
We're done. We're
Stop
done.
pulling my
She
arm!
does not have to sign shit!
Get out of this
She does
house!
not have to sign shit!
Okay, you guys do need to accept this copy of the citation.
Lay it on
No,
the
he
ground,
doesn't.
Like the
Okay.
last asshole did. Lay it on the ground.
Let go!
Lay it on the ground and get out of my house. Get out of my
He's
house.
pulling on my
We are
arm!
not done.
Give me that. We are done here.
This guy is acting like a freak. I don't need you guys doing this.
No,
I
you
wasn't
listen.
even home! I've
You
been at my
listen.
neighbor's house!
By the way, the guy that was pulling her arm, that's the guy, that's the shitbird that's doing time right now. He actually is in prison. This guy holding the citation clipboard, he's actually in prison right now. They said he was for doing injury to a child. So this guy is a convict. He is a criminal and he is actually in prison right now.
So I don't understand.
So you have to
Out.
You have to accept
He needs to get out.
Take it. Out. Out.
Listen.
Out. Out.
Get out of the house. please.
Out. Out. Get out. Get out. Why are you in the house?
I'm explaining the whole
Get out.
incident of what.
Get out.
Okay.
Get out.
Kitty,
Get
bye!
out.
You want to talk about
Get
it?
out.
I would like
No,
you to
not
get out.
reckless
Get
Ben,
out.
something else.
Get out. Get out of the house.
Like, this man needs to immediately be on the phone to his lawyer. As soon as the door closes, he needs to be on to the phone to his lawyer and say, start drawing up papers for civil rights violations against the American Fork Police Department. Like, every single victim needs to file a lawsuit and do a class action lawsuit against the American Fork PD.
Now. Get out. Get out. Get out.
We're leaving.
Get out.
I'm not turning my back.
And you were correct. A police officer doesn't need a warrant to arrest someone in all situations. However, they were going to issue her a citation. They did not, and they did not have a warrant to enter into the home. So even if someone is going, even if you are intending to do an arrest, you need to have a warrant in order to lawfully, for a police officer to lawfully enter someone's home to facilitate the arrest. You cannot just arbitrarily bust into someone's house unless there's exigent circumstances, such as threat of bodily harm. If there's a threat of imminent bodily harm, a police officer cannot just cannot force entry into the home. Even to issue a citation. Okay? Yeah, she did not sign it. Yeah, exactly. So she did not even sign it. So there was no requirement for her to the signature. They could have mailed her the citation. Or they could have left it on the ground. They did not need to gain entry into the house. But except this is an arrest where she actually had to go and she was actually taken into custody. Okay? They can in fact arrest her for not signing it? You're incorrect. Yeah. They can enter into a like great. Okay. Bearing in mind, I'm not overly familiar with Utah state law. Okay? Let me make that clear. I'm not overly familiar with Utah state law. However, with forcing their way in like they did, when these people said, no, we do not wish you to enter into our home, even with the citation for assault, they would still need a warrant. They would still need a warrant to make entry into the home, even to make the arrest. Because technically it's optional, you can go to jail. Well, the fact that they did not take her to jail means that they violated her Fourth Amendment rights. It's with a citation for assault. By the way, well, okay. Let me think about this for a second. Let me think about this. Because again, I'm trying to think universally, because again, I don't know Utah's law. And each state has its own laws in regard to this. Because one of the biggest problems I don't even for an arrest, I don't think the totality of the circumstances would allow for them to do a forcible entry like they did. They have probable cause when sheriff is assigned. Given the totality of the circumstances, though, I don't believe they had justifiable cause to make forcible entry. Because think about it. How many forcible entry arrests have we seen? Is there not signing allows them to arrest her? Sure, she could be placed under. She could be arrested. But to make that forcible entry into the home, I don't know if it'd be permissible for them to make a forcible entry into the home like that. And now I'm not going to ask Brock on this. I'm not. They can enter the home to facilitate the arrest when she flees. No, this one is sticky. Here's why this one is so very sticky. is because everything leading up to this was done it was done in the incorrect way. Literally every action the police have taken leading up to this point was wrong. That's where this is getting sticky for me. Is they claim they talked to her, they never did. And now they're forcing into the home. Had she signed it, then I would agree with this is fully 100% illegal. It's I don't know. It could be legal. It's still bully tactics, and their actions leading up to this are horrendous and grossly misconduct.
You don't have to turn your back on me. Just get out. Do not ever come into my house again. I am allowed to close the door.
Not when she's
Oh,
under
yes. You can drop the paper on the ground like the last dickhead did, and that's all that there is.
We can technically take her to jail on this. We don't want to.
What do you need to talk to me? I've been at my neighbor's house the whole time.
Listen, with the charges being presented, with assault, with a rock, we take this very seriously, okay?
Obviously not seriously enough because you never came and talked to her in the first place, and you've admitted to ignoring calls. See, this is where my sticking point is. They keep going, oh, we take this very seriously, except when she's called the police, they admitted that we're not going to talk to you and we don't want to deal with your calls. So this is the part, like, it's a separate thing. This is where I have a problem with it. Like, at this point, they should take one step back and slam the door in their faces.
Whether it happened or not, we have video surveillance of what occurred.
Wait, what did he just say?
With assault, with a rock, we take this very seriously, okay? Whether it happened or not.
Whether it happened or not. He just admitted they did zero investigation. He just admitted we don't even know if it happened, and we're still we're still facilitating a charge of assault, and we don't even know if it happened because we didn't investigate it. Like, what the fuck?
We have video surveillance of what occurred, okay? I, as a police officer, have the right, if I see
What happened to innocent until proven guilty, that doesn't exist in the town of American Forks. I'm honestly legit surprised that A, anybody even lives in this corrupt-ass fucking town, and B, I'm surprised anybody answers the door for the police. If I had the gross misfortune of living in American Fork, and I saw police officers at my door, I would not answer the door. I would let them knock all day long if they want, and I would never answer the door if I lived in American Fork Police. Not once. Because I would not trust them to violate my rights. I would not trust them to be blatantly corrupt and looking to arrest me on bullshit charges. I would never speak to a single American Fork Police Department officer. Not once.
the suspect can go and detain her and...
Hang on. Took me a bit to find straight answer. In Utah, refusal to sign citation can be grounds to have you arrested. However, they have to go get the arrest warrant after the refusal, meaning the only way for them to enter the home is to give you the citation. You refuse to sign it, tell them have a nice day, leave, come back the next morning with the arrest warrant. There we go. There we go. Someone on Kick looked it up. So they did violate the Fourth Amendment. Is if they refuse to sign, they have zero justification to make entry into the home without being invited. They have to go, okay, we're going to go get an arrest warrant and then come back. And then they can forcibly make entry. So yeah, they did indeed violate the Fourth Amendment by making an by unlawfully entering the home. Yep. There it is. Facts. So yeah, they could go the extra route to do an arrest warrant if she refuses to sign, but they cannot bust into the home like they did. So they just violated that entire family's civil rights.
Arrest her.
The threshold of a home is one of the clearest boundaries in American law. An officer cannot simply push past your threshold because they want to issue a citation, ask you questions, or make a point by attacking your wife. To enter, police generally need a warrant, valid consent, or a specific emergency that courts call exigent circumstances.
There it is.
Without one of those, the Constitution requires officers to stay outside, which is why it is recommended that you never answer your door for law enforcement. After all, if they can come in, they will. But here, the officers had no warrant, no consent,
There
no
it is.
exigent circumstance. And when they forced their way across the threshold to attack Chris's wife, it became an unlawful entry into a home.
That's what we were trying to do, was just have her sign a citation. But with you shutting the door on us
We are not
without...
signing a
Listen,
citation.
listen. With you guys retreating back before we were done with the process, that gives me grounds to go and detain
No, it
her.
doesn't. No, it doesn't. This is basic. We saw their training records. Obviously, it's very much like... No, it isn't. This guy has no idea. These guys are jackbooted thugs. The American Fork Police Department is full of jackbooted thugs that don't give a fuck about the Constitution. They're just going to do whatever the fuck they want. They don't care about anybody's civil rights.
Fifth, we are not going to say anything else. We're not going to talk to you
That's
guys. Fine.
I'm
We've got the
just
paperwork.
explaining.
We've got the paperwork. We already have
This
an
is where you
attorney.
step back
Good
and
night,
close the
goodbye.
door.
I'm just explaining
Good night,
why
goodbye.
it occurred, why
Yeah,
the
okay, well, then you
occurred,
just
okay?
told us that. But I don't need him digging his fingernails into my arm.
Listen.
Keep up the dirty ass look. You're gonna be
Listen.
sorry for it.
This is all being recorded.
I know it is. Oh, you're being recorded
as
too.
well.
You understand, but do you understand where we're coming from?
I understand
I
that
don't
there is a
need
lawsuit.
assholes like
I
him
understand
straight talking
I
like
understand
this.
that there's a lawsuit against the city of American Fork PD.
And that's
That's
okay.
fine. Yes.
I just was trying to explain why things happen. Because
See, he knows he's fucked. This officer knows that they just fucked up big time, and he's backpedaling and eating shit as fast as he can because he knows they do indeed have a slam dunk civil case against the city. And he is desperately trying to come back from it, and is too stupid to realize he can't.
Because we don't know if you're growing in to grab a gun or not.
Okay, bullshit.
That is ridiculous. No.
I don't know that.
The
I don't know
bullshit,
that.
the bullshit is that you're listening to these goddamn fucking c***ers,
We're
and
sick
all
of
they
them.
ever do is give you guys full of shit, bullshit lies.
And I don't know you guys. I don't know the story.
So then why are you issuing a citation if you don't know the story? Because you've never interviewed them, you've never talked to them and gotten their side. You've listened to one side only and decided, okay, we're going to arrest someone because because we think we're a bunch of paramilitary thugs, and that's all we care about. We care about our power over the citizenry. We get to walk around wearing a gun and a badge, and everybody's just got to obey us. That's what these fucking cock gobblers think.
I'm just here to assist him, and all I was told that there was an assault. And
assault?
Yes.
Okay,
So I
first
don't
of all,
want. So you telling her that she's here? Your wife's here.
We're good. We're good.
But I just want to
let the
explain.
little boy go.
I'm just explaining why
Get a real man's hair.
why it happened. Okay.
Craig,
Does that make sense?
Officer
Blackburn. My
Craig.
name's on the citation.
Oh, he's real proud of it. He
But
must
you
mean
understand
how.
that?
Yeah.
I don't know, and I'm not saying you're going to go grab a weapon, but with the way that police are treated nowadays, it's very...
Aren't you fucking serious right now? Is he really trying to do a sympathy bit with the way the police are being treated? Is he really trying to pull this bullshit right now? Oh my God. This is how you know. He knows they fucked up. He is very keenly aware just how badly they fucked up. And he's backpedaling and eating shit as fast as humanly possible.
Tell you something, and so that you will both know, is that that property down there does not belong to them.
Okay.
Okay, there are property line markers that clearly
So this is a
indicate
criminal
and
matter.
show.
This isn't a civil matter.
Okay, I'm not talking about a civil matter.
You are talking about a civil matter.
Okay,
right?
I'm not talking about a civil. I am talking about the fact that
The
they're
land
claiming.
is a civil matter. That is a civil matter.
Hey, Blackburn, do you not know how to not interrupt?
Do you?
Do you know how to
Because
answer
we
a
were
question
talking to your
without
wife.
This guy just needs to close the door in their face. He needs to stop talking and just close the door in their face.
We weren't talking to you. This has
Okay,
nothing
fine.
to do with
Have a
you.
good night, guys.
So,
Have a good night.
no, you're good. Have a good rest of your night. Sorry, I don't want them to run in to grab a weapon, you know.
I don't want them going to grab a weapon. Oh, a civil rights attorney is going to fucking destroy him on the stand. See, he just said that because he knew it'd be picked up by his body cam. And so again, this is all part of the backpedaling and eating shit part of why he just violated their civil rights. I just want to make sure they weren't going to go grab a weapon. And its civil defense attorney will fucking destroy him on the stand for that bullshit.
My biggest, you're not going to shut the door on us when we have the suspect right there. And you're knowing to cause a...
Yeah, they wanted that. They wanted the suspect. They wanted to go, yeah, we got that bitch. That was their only focus. Yeah, we're going to get the bitch. Fuck her rights. Oh
So,
my
but
God. Yeah,
we
it's all
weren't done
manufactured.
with the
All manufactured.
process. You're not running in to grab something.
The following day, Chris's wife went to the hospital to document several injuries that she says were caused when Officer Blackburn and Craig
Shit.
unlawfully rushed through their front door and grabbed her. In 2023, Chris and his wife filed a lawsuit against multiple officers.
Okay, that was
the
this
American
one.
Fork
Okay, I did see this one. I did see this complaint, but I couldn't get the facts behind it. When I was doing research for my other story that I did before, I saw this one, but I couldn't get details on it because the civil complaint was behind a paywall. So that's what you were thinking of, where I pulled this up, but I could not
The
get
American
the
Park
details
Police
behind
Department
it.
is burnt toast.
Okay.
Police Department and Cedar Hills City. The lawsuit includes 26 causes of action, alleging a broader pattern of biased policing, ignored complaints, improper citations, warrantless entry into their home, unlawful seizure, excessive force, and an attempted post-incident cover-up. Unbeknownst to me, Brandon Grable from the channel Clearly Established also covered this case, and I'll link
And it's currently in pre-trial evidentiary stage. So this lawsuit is still ongoing.
his video below. A big thanks again to Free Cash for sponsoring today's video. Try the app today by using my link below, or by scanning the QR code on screen, and you'll get a
police
$10
department in the
bonus
town
after
are
completing
fucked.
your first offer.
They are
And if you
fucked.
haven't seen my previous coverage of the American Fork Police Department, check out this video next, which shows a very similar pattern of conduct.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell how many are there?
2.
I'll try calling again. I'll keep standing here knocking.
The police need to get off our porch.
Okay.
Get them off our porch.
Yeah.
These are scary
Oh,
kids.
I
They keep
hope.
pounding on our door. They have no
I
reason to
hope
be here.
all of these victims all jump in on the lawsuit. It becomes a class action.
American Fork Police Department, come to the door.
Now, qualified immunity does not cover them on this. Qualified immunity does not cover a police officer that is operating with misconduct or violating civil rights. Qualified immunity does not cover that. They are on the hook just like every other person. This is not covered. This is not qualified. Their actions would not fall under qualified immunity. When it's matters of misconduct and violating civil rights in the way that they have done that we've seen in the video, that doesn't fall under qualified immunity. Qualified immunity would be more like, here, actually, hang on, I'll give you a good definition of it. Here, let me do this. Okay. Beep 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 beep. So qualified immunity for U.S. law enforcement. Word definition. To overcome qualified immunity and hold an officer personally liable, plaintiffs must prove both of the following: constitutional violation. The officer's conduct violated a federal constitutional right, usually under the 4th, 5th, 8th, or 14th Amendment. Excessive force, unlawful search and seizure, false arrest, and clearly established law, the right violated was clearly established at the time of the incident. This means there must have been existing precedent, usually from the Supreme Court or the relevant federal circuit court, showing the officer's specific action were unlawful under those facts. Courts often require a high degree of factual similarity between prior cases and the current one. So that's where qualified immunity does not work. It's basically a judicially created legal doctrine in the United States that shields government officials, most notably law enforcement officers, from civil lawsuits for damages when they are sued for allegedly violating a person's constitutional or federal statutory rights. Basically, qualified immunity, the most common use of it would be like, okay, the police officers are making a legitimate arrest, and someone gets injured. Like the suspect gets injured because they're fighting the police and they sustain injury while the arrest is being taken place. That suspect, and later time, tries to sue the police department for their injury. Qualified immunity would protect the officer in that situation because they were trying to facilitate the arrest, and because the suspect was fighting with them, then the struggle ensued, and that was how the suspect sustained the injury. So that would be an example, a broad stroke example of how qualified immunity would protect an officer lawfully. What they just did, qualified immunity does not protect them. Considering that they're violating civil rights, qualified immunity doesn't protect them in this. So yeah, that civil suit is ongoing. It's going through pretrial evidence. I hope to God more and more people of American Fork that are victims of the American Fork Police Department, I hope more and more of them will come forward, see these videos that are getting posted online, and basically jump in and make it a class action lawsuit. Because at this point, it honestly does need to be a class action lawsuit against the American Fork Police and against the town of American Fork. It really does. And I hope it does. Because that will be glorious. This might turn into an internet historian video in the future. It might, depending on some of the outcomes. It certainly might.
Burns bright.